Baby, now we got bad blood. You know it used to be mad.
Alright, welcome
So
to
take a look what
Josh
you've
and Dewey's
done.
podcast. We're
'Cause
back.
baby, now
It's
we
been a
got
while.
bad
You guys say
blood.
that every time, but
We're excited.
back. We're very
We're
excited.
gonna talk about something new today.
Yeah, my name is Josh,
My name is Dewey.
and yeah, we're gonna talk about the Bachelorette,
Heck yeah!
season 12, I believe.
Is it season 12? I can't believe there's that many episodes. Or that many
It's my
seasons.
technically first season. But later on, we're gonna have our very special guest, former Baylor cheerleader.
She's famous. Look her up. Look her up. Look her
Hey,
up.
her name is Eunice Chun, and then we'll call her in a little bit. But for now, should we recap?
Yeah. So let's start with how you started watching The
Oh,
Bachelor.
yeah.
I'm an advocate watcher. I've been watching it since the first season, kind of in and out. But I think after the Juan Pablo season really got me into it. I was really shocked because me and Josh have another thing in common: The Bachelorette.
Yeah, for me, basketball season ended, 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
and that kind of dread hit me, like, what am I gonna do until September, until football season starts, and I was just kind of in that rut, and then Eunice was like, why not start The Bachelorette, and I remember talking to Dewey about it, and how Dewey watches it, and I was like, you know what, at this point, I'll take
He
anything.
judged me for it, and now look where we are.
I judged you so hard, but turns out it's one of the best shows I've watched.
And most of our viewers or listeners probably don't know what this show is, but basically you have one person, in this case The Bachelorette, with 25 contestants who are all guys, and they pretty much fight for the Bachelorette's love, and she just picks them one by giving them a rose.
It's like an elimination.
Exactly.
I mean, it's basically like March Madness, where you get, technically not teams, but you get like these 25 guys, and each round you cut them out.
Exactly,
and
there's always like high seedings like going into this. Like Jordan Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers' brother, had high expectations like going.
And he's lived through it. He's like LeBron.
And he looks like the favorite, honestly. But I guess before we go more into this, should we go ahead and call Eunice?
It's not too loud. Should be loud enough.
Yeah. Hopefully she picks up.
She's trying to act cool right now. She don't want to pick up too fast.
Yeah, you can't ever pick up the first
She
ring.
doesn't want to seem desperate.
Hello.
Hey Eunice.
Hey.
Welcome to Josh and Dewey's podcast.
Thanks. I can hear both of y'all, so that's good.
Do you feel honored?
I feel so honored.
Oh, we gave you like the
This is like
best.
the best podcast ever.
We hyped you up.
We
I hyped you up.
We gave you the best introduction ever.
God, I'm scared to listen to it.
It's okay.
But yes, welcome to the Josh and Dewey podcast, and we're going to talk about The Bachelorette. And
We know you're an avid fan, and we know that you have a lot of stuff to say.
So let's just start out with what are your thoughts of this season so far?
So far, I think there's some great guys to choose from for JoJo, and I think she's been making some good choices.
Oh.
Well, my top three are still in, so.
And it's a very shocking top three, which we'll go into a little later. But yeah, Josh, what are your thoughts so far? Because this is your first time watching, and Eunice,
Yeah.
you watched previous seasons, right?
Yeah, she's a veteran.
Yeah, I've watched maybe I watched Ben's season, but I didn't watch previous seasons before that. Maybe a couple episodes, but I never got into it until I think this season.
And I feel like it hits me and Eunice a little harder because she's from Dallas and she went to Baylor.
Y'all got that sentimental connection.
Sick 'em Bears. But Josh, I mean, well, yeah, from your perspective of one first-time watcher.
Actually, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. When I first started it, I still remember when I watched the first episode, and she starts out by kissing all the guys almost, right? Or not starts, but usually throughout the night, she's kind of starting to kiss all the
she
guys.
was obsessed with, was it Jordan's butt? Or
Yeah, his butt.
Probably the most physical, I feel out of all the girls.
Well, I mean, it makes sense because she's only 24 or 25 supposedly.
No, but I remember it, and I was just like, is this girl gonna kiss every guy that she meets? And I was just kind of taken back and appalled by how, kind of worldly the show is, and I was like, is this really edifying to my Christian walk? And then as the night went on, and all the weird guys started, when Daniel took off his whole suit, and he was in his underwear, and you had Nick, who was dressed up as Santa, and the half Asian guy that didn't wear panties, yeah, he was wearing a kilt and all that. I was just like, all right, this show has its moments, and I was hooked. And I couldn't stop watching. I watched the first two, and they were sleeping at 2 a.m. on a work day.
Yeah, I mean, If you like this, you're gonna love The Bachelor, where it's just a bunch of girls chasing the guy because the girls are just drama to the max.
Even crazier,
Even
right?
crazier.
Like right now, even just watching this show, like I can't handle the amount of drama that I'm already watching, and it's like I can't imagine girls fighting for one guy and like just the amount of drama that can happen.
Freaking catty.
Yeah, so I think overall, I think this season I think it's been really good. And I think even like viewership wise, it's been going up in the ratings. So I think it
Oh.
just shows that it's just getting better and better.
Mm.
But I think that also shows just how much more producer heavy it is, like the editing. And, like
Right.
I just feel like even like the cliffhangers, it's just like so heavily edited. Like I remember
Right.
like in the first, remember after the first episode when it was like after the first episode, then they just started showing like James Taylor bleeding, and they made it sound like he got into like a fight or altercation, but it was like totally not the case.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's just so
I was waiting for somebody to get a punch.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen.
And it was all talk. Like even Chad, like, he just kept saying he was gonna beat everyone's ass, but then just all talk.
Yeah.
But Eunice, like, what do you think about just even the drama so far, and like your take on the guys as we kind of move on? Are we gonna move on to?
Yeah, maybe we should go on to the next.
Contestants?
Maybe we should go on to the next like the last episode we just watched.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's dwindling down to 6 guys, and I think you can kind of like see that she likes more like the jock, the sporty guy, physically attractive. But then there's James that's left. So it's like, is he gonna be in the top or not? I don't know.
I completely agree with that. That's why it's like I feel like the only reason why people think Robbie's like a dark horse is because he's an athlete and she's so superficial like that. Because that guy has no personality. I don't see anything special about him, but because he's an athlete and she's like so caught up with the look and the body, like that's the only reason why Robbie's gonna go far.
Yeah, and his hair is like always perfect. There's like a meme that I showed Josh earlier today, and it was like he was like compared to like a Ken doll. And it was funny.
And his
Also,
beard is
fun
perfect.
fact. Yeah, his beard is always perfect. Yeah. Actually, most of the guys this season, I don't know if it's been with previous seasons too, but like this season in particular, I feel like all the guys are super, super metro.
Metro? Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, did y'all notice Luke and Jordan in their leather jacket?
No,
Like they look good. I didn't expect Luke to be that metro. Like
they were even talking about how like Jordan wears like the tightest pants, and people are questioning whether he was wearing jeggings. Because I didn't notice. Just like you would think, like as Jordan, as a former pro quarterback, you wouldn't think that he would wear those kind of like tight jeans. But if you kind of watch the episode from now, like he wears some tight pants. I'm like tighter than my pants.
I think they also like provide them like outfits to wear, right? Have y'all?
I don't know.
I know there's JoJo has got to receive clothes from the
Oh,
producers
for
because they get
sure.
paid to go on that show too.
Right.
But I don't think the contestants
Yeah.
do. But
No, I don't think the contestants are, because I remember.
Not a normal girl's closet.
Because I remember watching, like little snippets at the end
hmm
of the episodes. Apparently Eunice didn't know about him, and I was
Oh,
like,
really?
"Are you even a fan?" But no. I watched. I think like 2 episodes ago when Daniel and Evan were walking out into the hot tub, and like Daniel was talking about how like if he's at home he's gonna wear comfortable clothes, like he's gonna wear he's gonna be comfortable. So I think he was kind of referring like that kind of shows that they just dress themselves even when they're in the when they're playing the show and stuff. So I think but all these guys kind of dress the same, so I don't know.
If not, then I don't know why we have a donation for Evan. Like
The GoFundMe for his
red shirt.
V-neck?
Yeah, I don't know why we're giving him a fund.
I know. I just thought it was so hilarious how like every time
It was really funny.
that instance came up, he's like, "Chad, you owe me a new shirt," and Chad's like, "Do you want me to take out $20 out of my wallet and give it to you? Like, will that satisfy you?" It's like every time he's like, "Chad, you owe me a new shirt."
But I guess moving on, what did y'all think of Wells' first kiss? Like Eunice, what like JoJo wanted that kiss the entire time, right? Like during that date.
Of course.
Like as a fellow girl.
Pick the date for him, pick the setting and everything, and like everything was kind of like in place for him. But I still think it was super, super awkward. She was just like celebrating afterwards, I think, to just like cover up the awkward moment that just happened after the kiss. But yeah, it was, I don't know, like it was a weird date, and
Would you take it like, because all the guys kept mentioning like, oh, Wells hasn't kissed you yet, Wells hasn't kissed you. As a girl, would you view it as like, oh, he doesn't like me, or isn't as like aggressive for me? I guess would you view it like that?
well, I think I think it just shows like how like I guess like thoughtful and like maybe like he's like just trying to think of like the right setting so like it's not like a typical like oh it's like our time after like I guess before the rose ceremony or after the rose ceremony and then you just kind of like it happens and I think he's like waiting for like that special like fairy tale moment or whatever.
Do you think that was the special fairy tale moment in the what was it? What was it? Like in a bathtub or something?
Yeah, that was such a weird like place to have their first date too. Like out of all the places, he got picked that place.
For the listeners who don't know what we're talking about, like Wells and JoJo were on like this see-through pool, and it was like half soapy, half watery, and then it was
And
only
they're just like frolicking around.
Very shallow
It's
and-
really weird.
It was like an art show. Like they were participating in the art.
Is that romantic?
It could be, but
But
like,
on a first date.
It was set up, so it was just kind of I don't know. I didn't think it was like natural, you know.
Yeah.
For sure not.
His first kiss was like natural. That's why I think he's gonna stick around for a long time.
Oh yeah, she saw his butt and was like, she doesn't care what his personality's like, for sure.
No, I think just the reason why, and I've been noticing because I subscribe to the Bachelorette subreddit, and like a lot, obviously most of the audience commenters are girls. A lot of the girls are saying like the reason why, because like he's really popular in that subreddit. I think he's like a general consensus.
Wells?
Yeah, he's very popular with the ladies. And they were saying like the reason why they really liked him was that like obviously he was like a lot different than from a lot of the jock stereotypical like yoked guys with like these like washboard abs, and he's just kind of there the skinny radio DJ with like that kind of 90s slick look, the outsiders look, and like the way he was just like like trying to be the voice of reason, and he like never really like got part of the drama. I think that really showed his maturity as a person. And like that's why I really liked him, Huh?
Yeah, he is one of the older
Yeah,
ones.
he's one of the older guys. But like just like how like I think like just shows you his character too. Like he was like he wasn't too forward with the other
But
guys.
I would have thought like because he's a radio DJ. You would have
You
thought
think he'd be kind of smooth?
yeah, and just like musicians would just be more because they're caught up in the more I guess like fast-paced kind of environment and like secular way of dating. So you would have thought he would have just like kissed her on the first date too.
Well, I should.
Maybe he's better, like not live in person. If he's better just like a voiceover.
And I was even thinking like the fact that like all these guys aren't technically like famous celebrities or anything, so they're not used to having all these constant cameras around them, and like if there were like I don't know how many people watch the show, but at least million, right? Couple million.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, for
like
sure.
all those people watching it, I think
Yeah.
I'd be scared to go for a first date like that too. I give all these rest of the guys that are like kissing JoJo every moment. like how James Steve's always like, "Can I just give you a kiss?" He always. You guys notice that?
Oh,
he says that.
So
He says that
awkward.
every time he talks to her. He's like, "Can I just give you a kiss?"
Because he's not confident just to go in for the kiss.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I've noticed it, but like I don't know. I think he's just like dorky. Like he's just adorable.
Okay, so transitioning on to James Taylor, what did y'all think of his, because I feel like the episode really focused on him and his drama, like what did y'all think of that? Like, I have so much to say, but I'm curious what y'all have to say first.
Hey, Eunice, you can go. What do you think?
Yeah, I thought it was like a pretty low blow for him because like I'm just like he's like one of the like I feel like more genuine like guys, and so for him to be like I guess talk about like one of his good friends on the show, then they just kind of like I don't know showed a little bit of his like insecurity when he's good in his relationship there with JoJo, and I don't know, it just kind of made me like, man, I really like you, James, but you just like didn't do the right thing at that right time.
Yeah, and it felt very like forced. Like that was the best he could come up. That story that he told JoJo was the best he could come up with to question Jordan.
Terrible.
Like really, I feel like he could have came up with anything. Yes.
Like he looked like this like 5th grade tattletaling on like his friend to like a teacher, and JoJo's like listening to him like, yeah, like oh poor boy, like it wasn't a good look on it. And I remember when he was doing that, I was like, James, not you.
Yeah, you texted me what was happening.
I remember I was texting dude. I remember texting both of you. I was like, you're better than this. Like don't do this. And I was just so disappointed. Like I think the pressure got to him because like he knew like Jordan has the upper hand, and like he kind of stooped to that Alex level where he kind of had that little chip on his shoulder, like I'm a nice guy, like Jordan's a bad guy, like JoJo deserves so much better, she deserves me. And then like James kind of fell into that trap of like, like that
Mhm.
little chip on his shoulder, and he has to make up for it by like trying to downplay his opponent in a way, even though that was his friend.
Earlier, he was like, oh, like, all the other guys are, like, so much smarter than me, they're so much more attractive, and, like,
Right.
God, he's such a scrub.
stuff like that. It just showed he was really, it kind of was, like, leading up to that point, I guess.
I'm just curious if like JoJo actually took that story seriously. Like when how can a game of poker those two just not agreeing on the specific rules?
That shows you that he's entitled.
Yeah, that he's.
I'm like, are you serious?
Do you think she like genuinely believed that, or like not believe the story, but like just believe the entitlement thing?
I mean, honestly, James didn't even say entitlement. It was her that said that word. Like, he was like, he didn't even use the word entitlement, so that was kind of, like, weird that she kind of made it more exaggerated than it was.
Like she already had that in her head.
People described it as, like, oh, it's like Jordan being Jordan, Rodgers, right? That's his last name.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
And so,
right.
yeah, he didn't even say entitlement, which I thought was weird. She kind of just, like, put that word in there, and it kind of got to Jordan.
Yeah, I think it just shows like I don't know, like it wasn't a good look on it because like Jordan, how like after Jordan found out that he said or James T talked about him like that, he's like we've been good friends since the show, and like
That was
you know
my
how
favorite part when he's swishing his
yeah,
wine.
I was gonna bring that up when he's just like trying to look so hard, just swishing the little white wine and then, like with his little cup, and he's trying to look like this, like Dracula or something. He's trying to give up this like I don't like you anymore vibe, and like
You know what's the most interesting part of that? That
What?
he had white wine in his glass. Like, that's probably every guy's last choice of drink.
yeah, I don't know. And he's like sitting there cross-legged, and then like who else was in that room? Was it Alex and Luke, or Chase and Robbie? They're just
It was Robbie and Alex.
yeah, and they're just sitting there like, what's going on? Like they're just like, wait, what is going on here?
But you could tell Jordan was holding it in so badly. Like he wanted to explode.
Like he looked like he was betrayed.
Yeah. I mean, I don't.
I think James and Jordan are, like, supposedly, like, really good friends.
Right.
Were really good friends. I don't know. They're not anymore.
I don't know. I feel like Jordan held it in for the cameras, but if there were no cameras there, I feel like real Jordan would have done something crazier. That's the way I kind of
You
take
could
it.
tell in his eyes.
Yeah. But that was like that.
Crazy as Chad, but
Nobody can top Chad.
Oh yeah, we forgot to even mention Chad, the honorable mention, my favorite character.
The guy who eats in every scene. But yeah, I think things I got from that was James Taylor is way more insecure than I thought and is not as cool as I thought, so he's definitely going to go out soon. And I think
this wasn't a good look on him.
And I think Jordan, he did a good job kind of holding it in, keeping composed.
Showed his maturity too. It might have ended up just helping him even more.
Possibly, but it's also bad because it just shows more rumors coming out of him.
Yeah.
But I don't know how JoJo would take that.
Wait, I don't know if this is part of the script, but can we please talk about Derek crying in front of the camera? Can we please?
Eunice, want to start us off on your thoughts on that from a woman's perspective?
oh my god, that was my favorite part of the episode. Like, I watched it again yesterday at work, and I couldn't stop laughing.
Oh my god.
The small choice that they picked, and then also just like him talking in third person. Like he's like, why am I crying? So stupid. Like Derek is so perfect. Like stuff like that. Like you have to laugh at that.
And the best part was they kept cutting in between with JoJo and Chase just like dancing and making out. Like
it's like a scene from a drama. I remember I was like, Eunice was like, he's so pathetic. And I was like, we're witnessing a man being broken right now.
Well, I like absolutely teared up whenever he gets the rose, and then Derek didn't get the rose. I was like, okay, good.
It shows you how like perception is reality. Like,
I mean, you could just tell she was just not into Derek.
Okay, to be honest, when it was Derek versus Chase in the like 2-on-1 date, and like Derek got picked first, and like Derek like kind of like JoJo was just like like I need you to be more, I guess just be like kind of like know that I like you, right? And it's just like you gotta affirm that and not be such a little girl about it. And like when he came, I really was convinced like Chase is not getting it, because when Chase and JoJo were talking, JoJo were like, I get this feeling that I like you more than you like me. And as soon as she said that, I was like, not a good sign, Chase. Like, you're getting caught. See ya.
No, but that just shows that she does like him a lot.
Mm.
That because she said
Yeah.
that. And it's like what Eunice said earlier, like she's superficial. So it's like
super superficial.
she's dating the hunk and like the juicy meat guy
Oh, God.
over like the personality.
But Eunice, you
sensitive
didn't
guy.
like Chase either, right?
No, I don't really like Chase all that much. He's not in my top 3, but like I think he has a very small head, very large body. But yeah, he's not like my top pick or anything like that. I don't like he doesn't stand out to me. I think he's kind of forgettable.
For sure.
But he does match like what she likes, so I think that's why he's sticking around.
AKA pecs, biceps, and glutes.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so let's go on to the final rose ceremony when I was shocked. Like I was convinced. So at the end of each episode, for the listeners who don't know the show, JoJo sends out a rose to each contestant she wants to save. And so there's generally near the end, one person gets let go after each episode. But in this case, she kind of stopped at the end before giving the last rose because. And they cut it right when she said, like, I just can't do this, and gave the rose to, what's his face? What's the host's name again? Chris?
Chris Harrison.
Chris Harrison. And then I was convinced both of them were going to be out because, A, James Taylor.
That's what probably like half of America thought.
Half America.
Yeah, because James Taylor's a scrub, and then Alex is just overly compensating short guy that is, like, angry that never got a date with her.
Guys.
But I was just, like, I did not see that coming. Like,
Yeah,
what?
I didn't see it either.
Like I still don't understand why she kept both of them. Like I still don't get it. Like can y'all like walk through with me like why she would keep both of them?
As a girl, Eunice, like, what would, like, you can relate better,
Josh,
right?
you have input too. Like tell me.
Well, I don't know. Like, so both of them actually in my top 3, so I didn't want them to go home.
And I'm shocked that Alex is your top 3.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, this is happening.
My top 3.
So I mean, I was pretty happy. I mean, James, like, I think he's staying just because, like, he's a little bit different, and, like, I think she really adores that, like, he's, like, writes songs, and is kind of like this goofy guy that she can kind of be, like, more friends with, I guess, and the other guys are just, like, eye candy. I don't know.
I don't know, Josh. Can you walk me through like
I think,
if you had to if you could convince me?
I mean, like, to be honest, like, you know, I'm like Bachelorette neophyte. I'm a first fan, like, first year. I don't know anything. I don't really know what's going on. Like, Eunice was telling me, you picked all the good guys. Like, you don't know what you're doing, right? But, like, for me, I was actually convinced, like, she's gonna pick James T over Alex. Because, like, I'm still shocked that Alex is still in it. Like, clearly JoJo doesn't like him. Like, he still hasn't had a one-on-one date. He's just kind of there for, you know, like, keep the show interesting. But at the same time, like, is this so hard to pick between James Taylor and Alex? Like, when there's, like, clear distinction between, like, even as, like, if, I think, like, 95% of girls, if you ask them just straight up, like, overall feature-wise and stuff, like, if you had to pick James T or Alex, I think a lot of girls would pick Alex, like, James T, right? He's tall, he plays the guitar, he's a songwriter, and he writes poems. And, like, you have this
I think he will pick Alex.
Really? Like, he's like this 5'7" Marine.
But
I
think face-wise, Alex has a better face than James Taylor.
Yeah, he's like, he looks more sculpted.
Yeah,
But-
every time my roommate and I watch him, my roommate's like, oh, he's really, really cute. And then I'm like, it's the same guy that you've been calling out for the past, like, 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know. So, like, I think from my perspective, like, I thought it was no doubt. Like, I was convinced Alex was going to go home.
Yeah, I mean...
And then my jaw dropped when they both got it. I was like, why are we keeping Alex, this scrub, alive?
Maybe he thinks there's more to Alex.
But what potential is there?
Wait, does this mean he's going to get a one-on-one date next year?
Probably, I would imagine so.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, for sure.
They even talk about it at the very end, you know?
But, like, are y'all both convinced JoJo likes Alex in any way? Like, he's just there because the producers here, like, picking him, right? Like, y'all are telling me JoJo likes Alex right now?
Yes.
Oh, because he's in your top 3.
I just can't think rationally that why they would stay. The only thing I could think of is producer told her to keep them both
Right.
because they both create drama. That's the
Yeah.
only thing I could think of.
For different reasons, because Alex is like kind of becoming the new Chad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Not the new, well, yeah, kind of new Chad and Evan, a little bit of both. And then, yeah, James. I think since he created the drama with Jordan, they want to keep him around too, just because to see where that goes as well.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to see how James and Jordan are gonna duke it out next episode.
I mean, it's clear. It's clear like JoJo favors Jordan, but I can tell like she knows that he kind of has some skeletons in his closet, and he's still not,
Mhm.
like being as transparent. But at the same time, like she's conflicted because she's superficial and she loves good-looking guys, and he's like sculpted versus James kind of like he's not kind of like your average dad, right? Like he's got that dad bod, like he doesn't have any like he doesn't have any muscles for sure. So I don't know, like I'm excited, but like I'm still like appalled that Alex is still alive. Like out of all the guys, like over Wells, it's a travesty.
I'm gonna have a hot take here. I think Alex will make it further than James. Or, I mean, James T will make it further than Alex.
I agree.
I think so too.
Okay, we're all in agreement with that. Should we?
Like connection-wise, I think
Yeah.
it'll be James over Alex, but Alex is still in my top 3.
If Eunice top 3 gets in, I'm gonna be so shocked. I'm gonna stop watching The Bachelorette. But so we know what Eunice. Let's just end it with this. So we know what Eunice's top 3 is, which is Jordan, James T, and Alex in no particular order. Josh, what's your top 3?
My top 3. This was actually really hard for me because I was torn between like Robbie and James T. Because like at this point, it's no doubt that Jordan and Luke are the front runners, like top 2 front runners. Because like as much as Luke has like the most vanilla personality, you can tell JoJo just loves that that army body and his and his hair. But like I think if I gun to my head, I had to pick between James T or Robbie. I think I would pick James T because for all the good guys out there, for all the non-jocks out there, he's got to represent.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the superficial route and go Jordan, Luke, and Chase. I'm not a fan of Chase. I think he has no personality, but he has one of the better bodies.
JoJo has the hots for him for sure.
Yeah, no, she said it herself. She likes him more than he likes her, and so I think it's a clear. I think it's clear that all of us think Jordan is gonna be in the top 3, and probably win it all.
And like, but then it's like.
Yeah, Jordan's definitely gonna win.
Oh yeah, Jordan's for sure. At this point, we're just arguing who's gonna be the second guy, right? Like who's top 2.
If he doesn't win, it's because the producer told her not to pick him.
Actually,
I know, right?
Actually,
Secretly she wants it.
you remember like not this last episode, but the episode before that, when they show kind of like the preview of the last episode when she has to pick the guy, and she was like heartbroken that she couldn't pick this guy because her heart told her not to, and she was just like she might have let go of a guy that she could have married. Like maybe that could be a foreshadowing that she doesn't pick Jordan because of all the skeletons he has.
That's what I'm thinking.
Right?
Too.
What do you think, Dewey?
But I don't know who would be the
Cause
next
like what else, like what other guy right now that are left would Jordan talk about it like him like
JoJo
that?
really likes Luke.
Yeah.
Right?
Dude, their makeouts.
Her hand.
Yes, their makeout scenes is like the most intense out of anybody's.
And you can tell when they're a 1-on-1, she's the most touchiest with Luke.
Yeah.
Like you can tell she just wants to rip his shirt out and just make out. Like seriously, like you can tell from the body language that she's like, just do me right now, But like,
no eye contact whatsoever.
yeah, like Luke has this just like.
And she's like, yeah.
And I didn't realize, I really don't like people that speak really slow. And Luke speaks really slow. It's like, I believe that I love you. Like he has that like mixed with that southern accent.
Yeah.
But
From
like,
Burnett,
right?
Texas.
Like, don't you think so? Like when JoJo was crying about that, like she had to be talking about Jordan. Like who else?
Yeah.
It had to be Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, I could see like Jordan becoming the next Bachelor too. Like he'd be a great
Oh, for sure.
Bachelor. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, if he doesn't win, then he's gonna be the next one for sure.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like Jordan doesn't care as much.
Season and talk about it.
I know the next season will be great with Jordan.
Oh.
I have 2 friends who tried out, so we'll see if they make it.
Whoa, really? How does that audition work?
Yeah. They just did like casting calls in like Houston, and then there's one. I had a coworker who went to Nashville, Tennessee, and I think that interview was just like talking. I don't know if they have sent pictures or not. I should probably ask that.
Wait, did she make it or did she get cut?
No, they just sent. It's just audition tapes, right?
They're still like breaking it down to like a few, like a couple hundred people, because they do have like a couple of cities to go to.
Oh, okay.
Did your friends like strategically like try to make themselves look more crazy so that they can get on the show?
One of them did. She didn't look crazy. If she's listening to this, I'm not trying to make you sound crazy, but she didn't dress up like a typical like pretty girl was. Like she wore like a face suit and not a dress, so she did stand out.
Oh, okay. Dude, I hope your friends make it. That'll be so exciting to watch.
I know, it'll be so exciting. Actually, one of the doctors that I work with, her husband is friends with Robbie.
No.
Whoa.
She saw the season. She was like, "Wait a second." So I texted him. He was like, "Yeah, like I was on the season, but we're not allowed to talk about it." So.
Dang, that's crazy.
Wait, can we get some inside scoop here?
Well, I mean, it's already all over the internet, like who won, but I just refuse to look at it.
Yeah, like I think people already know who like wins it, right?
Yeah.
I try not to look at like and look at stuff because I know I don't want to ruin it for myself. I want it to be a surprise.
Me too.
So I don't look at anything.
Yeah, no, for
Well,
sure.
we clearly know Robbie didn't win it.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
No wonder he's not in any of our top 3.
But
Wait,
yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. Maybe you should audition, Josh.
No, I'm good, dude.
You send your audition tape. I need that visa.
I need that citizenship. Oh my god, I'll get cut the first round for sure. And I'll be the first one to cry too. I get cut the first round, and then you know how Evan was like, I wanted to be the front runner, even though he was clearly not gonna win. Oh my god.
Oh man, but I think that concludes our first Bachelorette pod. Yeah, Eunice, thanks for coming on. I think you're an awesome guest.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, no problem. I love talking about The Bachelor and Bachelorette.
We'll definitely have you on for the future ones, especially when they go to their hometowns. Josh, you're gonna love that episode.
Oh really?
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Is
the
this for the top 3?
I think it's top 4.
Oh, it's for the top. Oh, so it might be like the next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Eunice will have to have you on.
Yeah.
Did you have to add something? Sorry.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, do you think they're gonna eliminate 2 people next week or just?
I don't know. Yeah, just because of how many episodes are left, they have to eliminate 2 people
Right.
next week. But
They have no choice, yeah, because
they could be just doing something special. Maybe go to 5 people's houses to meet the parents. I don't know. I just feel like they're going off the books this year, so we can see anything.
Oh my god. What, I picked a great season to watch, huh? I picked one of the better seasons.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, nice.
To be continued.
Yes, but yeah, thanks for coming on, Eunice.
And we'll see you
No
tomorrow.
problem.
We'll see you
yeah.
tomorrow.
Oh,
yeah, she's
yeah.
coming to D-Town.
Yeah, cool. All right, we'll see you tomorrow then.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming, Eunice.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye. So yeah, I think that concludes our pod for the time being, and then we'll probably be. Should we do one for next week or the week after?
About the Bachelorette?
Yeah.
I think this might be one of our more consistent pods, right? Because like there's so much to talk about.
Yeah, I don't think we're a sports podcast anymore. We're a fantasy football
Hey,
and
As soon
reality
as
TV
football
show.
season starts,
That's true, actually.
we can do some recaps. But I'm down to do whenever. It's really up to you, bro. So
Okay.
for those of you listening, hopefully we'll come back in. Maybe it might be a week, it might be a month, it might be like a year. Who knows at this point? We have no consistency on when we, record this. So
Yeah, thanks for listening. We'll catch you guys later.
see you guys.
Bye.